स्वाध्याय टीवी डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी।
Namaste dear students, I Dr. Himanshu Patel welcome you from the Chaitanya studio of Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Open University. We are in lecture series on Java programming. In last session, we discussed control flow statement, which is a selection statement. We discussed two statements, if and switch, and we also discussed the difference between if and switch. Today, we are going to write down three programs that we have discussed in last session. These programs are the definition of program you can shown on screen. The first program we want to write down is to find maximum of 3 numbers entered by user. So, we will also use scanner class to read data entered by user from keyboard. In second program, we want to accept marks of students in 3 subjects and we want to calculate result, grade, total, percentage, etc. Based on condition. We decide the grade of student, which is also shown on screen. If it is greater than or equal to 80, we decide grade to be A and so on. And last program we write down is a menu driven program, which prompts user for various options to select from, and then we write down program for simple arithmetic calculator using switch statement. So, let us start writing this program in NetBeans IDE. On screen you can see a NetBeans IDE start interface. Here from file menu I select new project, and here from category I have to select Java, and in project we have to select Java application, and then I press next. Here name of our project is selection demo. So, I write down project name is a selection demo, project location is this, and then we do not want to create main class. So, uncheck this create main class, and then we have to finish. So, this is our, if you follow mouse pointer, you can see this is our project selection demo. Now, expand source package and right click on source package and then new and then Java package. So, here I given my package name as a my package, and I will store all the classes inside this package with name my package. Here I am pressing finish. So, one package with name my package is created, and we are going to write down our classes inside this package. Now, right click on this my package and then new, and we write down our first program by selecting Java class. So, you can give appropriate name to your class. For example, our program is for finding maximum of 3 numbers. So, I write down class name as a max of 3, and our package name is a my package, and then I have to press finish. Now, I just removing this comment for better viewing of our coding. So, you can remove this. Now, inside this class I am going to write down main method, which is public static void main, and it takes string array as argument, and inside this main method we are going to write down our code. Now, here we want to enter 3 numbers. You can have any type of number. I am going to write down integer numbers. So, I write down n1, n2 and n3. You can also use long, double, short, etc. depending, or float depending on your requirement, but here we are going to enter 3 integer numbers. To read data from user by keyboard, we are going to use scanner class. By pressing control space bar, you can activate these IntelliSense or help. From list you have to select scanner. You can see our scanner class is from java.util package, and when you press select, after selecting scanner class you have to press enter, and you have to create object name which is SC in our case. So, scanner is a class, SC is the object, and here you have to create instance or object by using new keyword, new class name, and here there are various sources from where you can read input, but we are going to read from keyboard. So, I write down system.in. So, we declare 3 variables n1, n2 and n3 and one scanner which can be used to read data from keyboard. So, first we provide user message that enter number 1. So, user will try to enter first number, and that we want to read using this scanner class object. So, I write down n1 is equal to sc dot next integer. We already discussed this method. This method will read data entered by user and convert it into integer. Similarly, we can read other two numbers. You can copy this code by control C and paste it by control V, and just change this caption number 2. Here we write down n2. Similarly, we can have number 3 that can be stored inside n3. Now, we have all the data entered by user is available in n1, n2 and n3. Now, we want to write down actual logic. So, I write down if n1 is greater than n2 and n1 is greater than n3, it means n1 is maximum. So, I write down system.out.print, and here we print value of n1 is maximum. So, now I can copy this code and paste it for 2 times. Now, n1 is maximum. Now, we are going to check whether n2 is maximum. So, our condition is n2 is greater than n1 and n2 is greater than n3. So, here we just write down n2 is maximum, and if both the conditions are false, we are going to check whether n3 is maximum or not. So, here I write down n3 greater than n2 and n3 greater than n1, and if it is so, it means n3 is maximum. If all these conditions are false, what we can say is the numbers are not distinct or there may be more than one maximum. So, I write down more than one maximum. So, our program is ready. First we declare 3 integer variable and scanner class, then we read data from user in n1, n2 and n3 using scanner class, and then we write down actual logic to check whether number is maximum or not. Now, we want to run this program. So, right click on this Java file and select run file. So, you can see on screen it asks enter number 1. So, it is 10. Now, I want to enter 25 and then 20. So, n2 is maximum, which is 25. When I press enter, it displays 25 is maximum. You can rerun this program by pressing this button. Now, I enter value of n1 as a maximum. So, you can see it prints 30 is maximum, and in last I want to provide maximum value of n3. So, I write down 10, 20 and 30. Again it displays 30 is maximum. So, this is our first program. The second program we want to write down is print mark sheet of student by entering marks in 3 subject. So, again we add one class. So, go to project, select package, right click, new and then Java class. Now, I am going to give class name as a mark sheet because we want to print mark sheet. You have to use appropriate name. So, I just press finish, it will be placed inside my package only and then we remove this comment for better viewing and again we write down main method inside these. So, I write down public static void main and it takes string array as argument. Here I declare one string variable which represents name of student, grade and result, and our marks is a M1, M2 and M3 which represents marks in 3 subject. We want to find out total and percentage which is of type double, and now we declare all the necessary variables. We declare scanner class object and we create instance of scanner class object and as a source we specify system.in which is a keyboard. So, now our all variables and scanner class is ready. We just want to read all these information and find out total, percentage, grade and result. So, we start by prompting user enter name and inside name we read name. I can copy this. So, here I write down roll number and remember roll number is of type integer. So, instead of next line we have to use next integer and the name of variable in which we are going to store this value is Rn and Rn is not declared. So, I am going to declare Rn over here. Next we want to read marks in 3 subjects. So, I write down system.out.print and enter marks 1 and inside M1 we are going to read these marks. You can copy these for M1 and M2 and M3. So, here I write down M2, here I write down enter marks 2, here I write down enter marks 3 and here I write down M3. Now, all the inputs are available. Now, what we can do is we can calculate total and percentage. So, after reading all the required data, we are going to calculate total as a M1 plus M2 plus M3 and here we assume that marks is from 0 to 100. So, we can find percentage by dividing total by 3 or dividing by 300 and multiplied by 100. So, total and percentage are found. Now, we will only calculate result as a pass if student is pass in all the subjects and the criteria for passing marks is 40. So, our condition will be M1 greater than or equal to 40 and M2 greater than or equal to 40 and M3 greater than or equal to 40. What does it mean? If student pass in all the subjects, we can calculate result as a pass, otherwise we calculate result as a fail. So, this is a necessary condition for deciding whether student is a pass or fail. So, I hope you understand this. Now, if student is fail, there is no need to calculate its grade. So, we can say grade is nil in case of student fails. But what if student is pass? We need to calculate grade, and criteria for calculating grade is if percentage is greater than or equal to 80, then we can say grade is A. Else if percentage is greater than or equal to 70, grade is calculated to be B. Else if percentage is greater than or equal to 60, grade is C. Else if percentage is greater than or equal to 50, grade is D, and else, that means 40 to 50, grade is E. So, this is how his grade is calculated. Now, we will summarize this coding. So, these are the necessary variables and scanner class. We read all the inputs required from user, we calculate total and percentage, and we decide result and grade by writing these code. Now, next is to print all these values. So, I am going to write down code for this. This is our output. So, this is just for formatting purpose. So, this is displays heading that this is a mark sheet, and now we print actual values. First we display name, name is stored in variable name. I can copy this and paste. Then we declare display roll number, which is stored inside Rn. So, here I write down Rn. Then we display 3 marks, which is entered by user, and here we display M1, then we display marks 2, then it is a M2, and similarly we want to display marks 3, which is M3, and these are the actual values entered by user. Now, we want to display values calculated. So, I write down first I display total. So, total is stored in TOT, then I display percentage, which is stored in this variable, and we also display result and grade. So, I am write down result is RES and grade is stored in grade. Here we have to write down result instead of RES. So, now this is our output. Now we save this file and try to run this file. So right click on marksheet.java file and then select run file. So here it is asking name, you can also write down full name there. Here is a roll number, then marks in subject 1, and here are the 3 marks. Now you can see on screen it displays formatted output with heading mark sheet, name, roll number, marks 1, marks 2 and marks 3, which is already entered by user, and based on this it calculates total, which is a 240, percentage is 80, result is pass and grade is A. Now we want to test this program for another value. So rerun this program. Here I enter another name, another roll number, marks in 3 subjects, and you can see between 60 and 70 grade is C. So it displays C. Next we want to test data for fail student. So I write down, rerun this program and provide data. In this case student is fail because marks 2 is less than 40. So you can see on screen result is displayed as a fail and grade is also nil, but total and percentage are calculated. So this is our second program. I hope you understand how it works. Now we are going to write down our third program, which is a simple arithmetic calculator using switch statement. So right click on my package, select new Java class, and our class name is a simple calc and press finish. We are going to remove these comments for better visibility, and we define main method inside this class. So public static void main, and it takes string array as a argument. Now we define 3 variables n1, n2 and result. n1 and n2 are input by the user, and in result we are going to store arithmetic operation result, and we have one character variable operator which takes plus, minus, multiply or division symbol to perform necessary operation. And we are also going to declare scanner class and create instance of scanner class, and we provide as a source input stream, which is a keyboard. So we have all necessary variables declared. Next we want to display menu for user. So here I am just print one line for formatting purpose. Between these line I am going to write down simple calculator, and you can place in center of line by providing space. So this is our heading. Next we instruct user what to enter. For example, if user enters plus, it means he or she want to perform addition. Similarly, we provide other choices. So minus represent subtraction, then multiplication, which is represented by asterisk, division and modulo division. So, these are the 5 operations that we want to perform, and here we have to write down division, and last operation is remainder. So, these will display menu to user. Next, we want to ask user what is his or her choice is. So, I write down enter your choice, and inside OP we are going to store value which is entered by user. So, here I write down next line. Now, this next line will return a string, but we want to return only single character from it. So, I use method character at 0. That means, first character entered by user in that line will be considered as a operator, and generally it is plus, minus, multiply, division or percent. So, inside OP we have user input, and based on these operator we will perform necessary action. So, I am going to write down different cases. So, these, if OP is plus, what does it mean? If OP is plus, we want to perform addition. So, I write down inside these case enter number 1, and inside N1 we are going to read these integer value, we copy these and we read number 2, we store value entered by user inside N2, and we want to perform sum of N1 and N2 inside result. Next, we will display value of result. So, we can print addition is plus result, and finally, we write down break statement. So, this is a case for summation or addition. Next, we copy entire case, but at this time we will change this value to minus, we read two numbers and perform subtraction. So, we have to again copy these for multiplication, division and modulo division. So, you can see all cases are similar, but only change is in operation. So, here I use asterisk and here we perform multiplication of two number in result, and you have to also change this print value which is a subtraction in this case, multiplication in this case and division in case 4. And finally, we write down case for modulo division, which is a remainder after dividing N1 by N2. So, here I write down remainder is whatever answer we get, and last we write down default, which is generally executed if match is not found. So, here we are going to print invalid input, because our input does not match with any of the operator. So our program is ready. Again we summarize this program. We declare necessary variables, we create instance of scanner object, we print menu to user, we ask users choice, store that choice inside OP variable, and based on choice we perform either addition, subtraction, multiplication or division or modulo division, and if match does not found, the default statement is executed and it prints invalid input. Now save this file and run this file by selecting file from package and right click on it and select run file. So here on screen you can see a menu is displayed and I am selecting plus, that means I want to perform addition of these two number. So I am going to enter 10 and 20. So on screen you can see addition is 30. Now rerun this program to check for other operations. Here again my choice is different, subtraction, and my input is 45 and 34. So 45 minus 34 is 11, that you can see on screen. Next rerun this program to check for multiplication. Here I am going to give 10 and 20. So answer is 200, that you can see on screen. Rerun this program. Now in case of division, now we get one interesting fact that if I divide number by 0, it does not result in error, but Java will automatically print that division is infinity. We does not write down any code for these, but Java will automatically handle these kind of situations for you. Next we run this program, perform division, but this time I am going to provide 45 and 30. So answer is 1.5, and last we check for remainder operation. So our input is percent sign and then I am going to provide 17 and 3. So our remainder is 2 after dividing 70 by 3, that you can see on the screen. I hope you understand how switch works. So today we write down 3 programs that make use of if and switch statement. I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you and happy learning.
स्वाध्याय टीवी